I'm based out of Athens, Georgia. I still train at the University of Georgia, and train down there with Ryan Bailey. He's the jumps and combined events coach at the University of Georgia, and I just kind of integrate with the team and with him, and we got a whole good plan going.
All right, and your thoughts on today?
Thoughts on these past 2 days, they were pretty good. We came in dealing with a few injuries, leading up to the meet, but we just had to come in here and check off some boxes. So it was fun to get back out and ultimately end up competing pretty much healthy and finishing 7 events again. This is my first competition, Heptathlon competition, that I finished since 2023. So it was good to get back and get my feet wet again.
How did it feel to wake up on day 2 with a pretty substantial lead already?
It felt very sore. I woke up on day 2 extremely sore. I haven't finished a full decathlon or heptathlon in 2 years now, so just getting my body back acclimated to what it feels like to do event after event after event and just get into it. But it felt good. Gave me a little bit of clarity, but I still know, I respect all the guys that were in this competition. Thank you. Respect all the guys in the competition, and just had to still come out and be locked in mentally and physically for the last 3 events.
You mentioned you had some injuries kind of coming in. What was going on?
I had some hamstring tightness, a slight hamstring tweak coming into the meet, and then kind of retweaked it again a little bit before the pole vault. So, I didn't take any warm-up vaults and just kind of got out there and had to trust myself, trust the training that we'd done up to this point, and just get over some bars.
What are you looking forward to doing, in the world? You said, hey, you hadn't been able to complete a full heptathlon in a while. Now you're going to have it, again in a little while now.
Oh, I'm extremely excited just to get back to work and, refine and fine-tune what we've already been working on. Coach and I have checked off some good boxes in this meet. Definitely a significantly under where I know I'm capable of scoring, but just like I said, good to get my feet wet and put everybody on notice. I think the score is top 5 or top 8 in the world or something like that, so just good to be back in the conversation.
Kyle, are you a student of the sport? Like, do you know the people came before you?
Man, that's all I do. Everything outside of track is still track and field for me, so I'm studying, to be in an interview. Over the past few years, if you asked me 4 years ago to do an interview with Dan O'Brien, I probably would have been crapping myself just because he was an idol of mine coming into the event and as a young and up-and-coming decathlete. But me and him have grown to become very close, and he's become a mentor for me and, somebody that I look up to, but now in the same conversation as him in certain respects. So it's absolutely rewarding just to be able to put my work down and be who I am.
I know you also being a Philly guy.
Yeah.
Down south, were you the only guy cheering on the Birds
Man,
for us? What was it like?
Probably one of 5 people, 5 scragglers. I watched it with a couple friends, and when that clock hit 0-0, I was screaming my head off, and people were looking at me like I was the craziest person alive, but I didn't care. That Eagles energy is something different.
Were you able to were you in the area during the parade in 2019? Or?
Yeah, I was in the area, just kind of was able to feel that. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get up just because it was a week before this meet, and I really wanted to lock in. And, I came out with my first U.S. championship, so I'm super grateful for that. But I definitely still felt the energy even about 1,000 miles away.
And if you were able to think or make a selection, what Philadelphia Eagle would be best at the decathlon or the heptathlon?
Jeez. I'd probably have to either go with Jalen or A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is a freak of an athlete. He's very similar to my size, about 6'2.5", 225 pounds. I'm 6'5", 228, 230. So I think he'd be able to put something down with his explosiveness for sure.
Thanks, Kyle.
Appreciate it.